Hey kids, welcome to another Monster Mondays where I'm going to be talking a little bit about robots as monsters. The first movie I want to talk about is a Dollar Tree find. Uh, the Alpha Test. As you can see, there's a robot. Yep, and things got a little out of hand here. Well, what the Alpha Test is about, it's in the future, obviously, and robots are domesticated. It's supposed to be a roundhouse helper. And this coder wins a contest where he gets to take one home, and he visits his parents. He has a teenage sister. One of the main problems, the programmers for this contraption programmed some capabilities of emotion. And Alpha, as they call her, is rather sensitive, actually. They're programmed to feel bad if you do anything wrong, or if they do anything that displeases you. But the coder has a teenage sister, as I said, and they bond with each other, Alpha and the sister, Lily. And but she kind of imprints on her. Lily has her dealings with mean girls, bullies, and almost right away, Alpha, as soon as she is introduced to the family, starts getting bullied. And Lily kind of encourages her to stand up for herself. That was my thumb. This leads to, things escalate. This is funny. Another problem. This is actually, it works for when things get out of hand and violence, but the way Alpha looks, and there's other alphas, other domestics in the movie, they all look fucking creepy. I mean, but it works for the horror part of it, But as a domestic, it's like you walk into a room and suddenly that there's one there, it'll probably make you yelp, Well, as I said, things get out of hand because Alpha's starting to stand up for herself. This is actually a very good movie. I never heard of it. It's pretty low budget, but it has pretty solid acting. But Ray Hunt, Bella Martin is Lily. She's the picked on teen. Yeah, Ray Hunt. She has to. I know there's an effect on her voice, but she has to work with her voice and her eyes. And that's it for her being able to express herself, and she really does an excellent job. But well, as this theme of Monster Mondays goes, this is a how she becomes a monster. Uh, I have to blame the programmers. uh, just giving any sort of emotion at all kind of leads to the carnage that is to follow. But this is a good movie, besides its problems, and it's a good robot as monster movie, as this topic goes. Okay, on with other notable robots as monsters. A film from 1958 called Colossus of New York. A scientist's father and his brother, after he dies, transfers his brain into a robot. And things don't go as planned. I recently watched this. I've been seeing pictures of it for years, and it turned out to be a damn good movie. But of course, probably my very first robot as monster. This could be robots, but when we're talking about Westworld, we're talking about the gunfighter, and we're talking about Yul Brynner. Yeah, I grew up watching this movie back in the 70s. I still think it's better than the TV show. I haven't seen any more seasons. Somebody gave me the first season, so I get to rewatch it, and I doubt that I will like it as any more than I already do. Who knows? We'll check it out. But yeah, Richard Benjamin. Who is that other guy? Brolin. I think. No, I forgot his first name. I keep on thinking of his son, Josh Brolin. But yeah, quite a good film. Essentially, Jurassic Park. It was written by Michael Crichton. The Westworld was actually, I think it was directed by Crichton too, but he wrote it possibly from a book that he wrote. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's the same kind of type of situation. Theme park, and the rides start eating the tourist, basically. The gunfighter from Westworld would have been my very first example of a robot as a monster. The next one is probably my favorite, and it's Richard Stanley's Hardware. From the early 90s, I believe. It isn't just cool because Lemmy from Motorhead is in it, but yeah, it's basically this artist has this on-again, off-again boyfriend who is a scavenger, and he brings some what he thinks is junk to his girlfriend, who's an artist, and who will eventually utilize this junk into her artwork. But it's actually a military robot which puts itself together and wreaks havoc on anybody who gets near, basically. Yeah, this did well when it came out. I think there was a sequel in the works, but it didn't quite make it, and that was the last movie up until A Color Out of Space, where it was a Stanley had a theatrical release. Color Out of Space wasn't a wide one, but Hardware, yeah, was. And there's all sorts of drama with Richard Stanley's career. He was supposed to direct Island of Dr. Moreau back in the 90s, but it was taken away from him. If you, I forgot the name of the documentary, but there's a whole documentary on what happened with that. So he hadn't really made a full-length film since Dust Devil, which got chopped up by Miramax and dumped on video here in the States. I believe I have the uncut version on DVD. Who knows how many cuts there are. But yeah, well, that's it for Monster Mondays. I'm glad I'm back doing it. Until next time, stay safe and always have a good time. Bye now.